To sous vide or not to sous vide?
That is the question. Harry!
Hey everybody, welcome to
The best cooking show in the world.
Two Chefs
And a knife.
and
Sous vide! We got a new toy. We were sent this by INKBIRD. It's a sous vide machine. We were asked to do an honest review, and this is what we're going to be doing. An honest review of INKBIRD.
it's actually going to be quite honest. I actually have zero sous vide experience, so this is actually kind of cool.
I have some. It's not my go-to, but maybe this is going to change my mind.
For sure. I'm excited to try sous vide because, you know, it's supposed to change the tenderness and quality of the meat that, you know.
Yeah, it's almost like foolproof. You know, you want to cook your steak to a certain temperature, it's foolproof. So the last time I sous vide anything, it lacked the smart aspect of it, you know, the electronic part, and this has it.
Yeah, it has an app that you hook up to your phone, and it's all through Wi-Fi, and it even has preset recipes and how to do some things. If you have your own, you know, obviously you can just do your own programming. It keeps everything fresh and the best.
Yeah, fresh and the
and
best.
not overcooked.
Exactly. So to test this out, today we're gonna have a steak battle. We're gonna do one using this, and then we're gonna do one just traditional on a pan. And we're gonna use flank steak, because flank steak is not super tender, but it's also doable on a grill. But then we'll also show you how to sous vide eggs. All right, so shall we get started?
All right, so this is the box. So this is the machine right here. Ta-da! Ready? So nice and
Ooh,
shiny.
So new.
It's got that new sous vide smell. This is it. This is basically it. This is the main part of sous vide, is the circulator, because it's all about movement of the water and maintaining the temperature. We'll hook it up to the pot here, just like so.
Convenient clip.
Okay, as you can see, when we put it in the water, it's a little low, so we're gonna top it up. You gotta make sure that all the holes and everything are all covered. Good to go.
And we're using slightly warm water here, because then it'll shorten the heat up time.
There you go. It's already showing the temperature of our water, what it is at.
Okay.
I downloaded the app, INKBIRD. And there we go. See, as the temperature matches the temperature on a thing, so it shows that we are in sync.
Yeah, so you can be like in a different room watching your show while this is cooking.
All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to menu, and today we are cooking steak and eggs, so we're gonna be doing beef. I'm gonna click on the beef thing. All right, so then it gives you a recommended cook time and temperature time. So you can set it to how you want it. There's a medium rare, you can go rare, or you can go well done, medium. It's got a lot of different options. So we're gonna go medium rare, and then it gives you the set time, 45 minutes. So then you gotta set it to the thickness of your steak. We're actually using about a 1-inch cut here ourselves, as you can see.
Yep.
And so I think that setting is already good. So there you go, 1 inch, 1 hour.
All right, perfect timing.
And we're gonna push complete and start cooking. Let's see if this turns on. Ready? Look at that! So
Wow.
cool! It's preheating, as you can see. So when it gets to the temperature of 55 degrees, that is when you're gonna wanna drop what you're making.
Yes, so in the meantime, let's go backpack this steak.
Backpack!
The vacuum sealer is sold separately, but they are available on the INKBIRD website. Please go check it out. So I'm gonna just season it just a little bit, because I do wanna sear this after, and then we're gonna season it more with salt and pepper. We have some fresh rosemary, some thyme, some butter, and we have whole cloves of garlic here. So I'm gonna put my rosemary, and again, I'm gonna finish it with more herbs, so I'm just gonna go easy with the initial cook here. Some conveniently balled up butter. All right, I'm gonna give this a quick smash to release like the garlic taste to it. Ooh. And right in here.
It's your meat in a bag.
Gonna wash my hands.
Temperature slowly getting there still as we are getting everything ready to go. Circulation happening, that is what's key. Look at the steam starting to come out.
Okay, we're gonna go suck the air out of this. All right, see how everything's all sucky? So all the butter's gonna melt, and then it's gonna coat the steak, so don't worry about that.
Look at that, all compressed and delicious.
It's ready.
It's ready. And it goes. So as you can see, we are good to go.
So if there was air in the bag would float. So that's why you want to take out all the
Very important information there. Remember that.
And also uneven cooking, because all the air is gonna not have contact with the heat of the water as well. So science.
Yes, science!
So we're gonna reopen the app and just make sure that it is all in line. So the actual temperature went down a bit because we dropped the steak, but on here it shows the cook temperature that it's gonna get itself back up to. But you can see the timer is the same, 1 hour, 1 hour. Okay, as you can see, as a minute gone by, the temperature jumped back up now to 55 from the 48. Within the 1 minute, it's already got its temperature back up. That means this thing has a fantastic heating element in it to maintain the proper temperature for cooking.
It's actually pretty cool.
I feel like I want to sous vide more.
Yeah, we should.
So when I did open the app, it was showing it had 19 minutes left when this had 9. But then when it flipped to 8, it synchronized again and went to 8.
Yeah. And just for anyone who's doing something like with a longer cooking time, just due to evaporation, just make sure you top up the water with some warm water each time, just so that this element is covered.
As we were doing this, the app actually notified us that the water level was too low. There you go.
Oh.
See? Your meal is ready!
Alright, so for our purpose, I have an ice bath here. So just ice and cold water because I want to stop the cooking process because I want to sear this, butter base this later on to impart the color on here. It looks raw, but it's cooked. So let's say you did cook a steak in the traditional sense on the stove. This is what it would just look like on the inside of it, right? So don't be weirded out. I'm gonna dunk that in there.
So how long would that take you to chop it down?
For this purpose, I want to eat it right away. I wouldn't do it for too long. Maybe 2 minutes, 3 minutes.
Got time to cuddle then.
Yep. So yeah, so you could do a whole bunch of these steaks at the day before, and then shock them in ice water, take it out, leave it in your fridge, and then now it's all done for you. For the next day, you can sear them. Right. So I'm gonna open this. This is cooked to temperature already, so I just want to get a good sear on the steak. So I got a really hot pan. I'm going to put a little bit of oil. So I did already put salt and pepper, but I only put very minimal, so I'm just going to re-season this a little bit. Right, see how that's smoking? You want it really hot because you don't want to further cook this because this is already done right to the temp that you want. So literally just the outside. The benefit of this, there's no guesswork. Okay, so it's literally just the color. The other steak that we cooked, you had to make sure that you cooked it, a certain amount on each side, and then that makes like a cook ring. It's gonna be a little more uneven when you do it the traditional way. This way, it's just gonna be hopefully pink throughout. Right, so I'm gonna already put my herbs in. I got rosemary and thyme, garlic, butter, generous amount of butter. All this part is optional. You can just sear it, but we like, a little extra flavor. And since we sous vide it with the rosemary and the thyme and the butter before, you're kind of doubling down. So this one only had that one layer flavor. We're doing this twice now. This is ready to go. And you want to just take it out now because you don't want to further cook it. Take a look at that.
Beauty.
You can't have steak and eggs without eggs because it's in the name. Set it up to 74 degrees Celsius for 13 minutes. When it comes to temperature, you're going to use a slotted spoon or something bigger and you're going to gently lower the egg into the water. If you dump it all in, it's all going to crack. You do extra just in case,
A few moments later.
I'm just gonna quickly shock it to make it easier to handle because it is very hot.
So when you're ready to serve the eggs, just crack it like you would normally crack an egg, and notice the shape and the smoothness of the egg cooked this way as opposed to a traditionally poached egg. Okay, so now we're going to cut into our 2 steaks. We have our non-sous vide steak first right here. So we're going to cut into it, and you're going to see as soon as we open it up here that it is cooked quite lovely, I do have to say so myself because master chef here. And now we're going to move over to the sous vide steak. And now cutting into it, you're going to see that there is a very even pinkish color to the steak all throughout it. And when you look at the other one, it has a little bit more of a brown ring around the outside. As we were slicing this up, the tenderness of the sous vide steak really came through.
Sous vide by INKBIRD.
INKBIRD.
INKBIRD, and we also have our lovely sous vide egg there.
Oh man.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that. Perfect. Look at it.
You see?
It's like soft, but it's not crazy runny. It's like it's almost gelatinous a little
Yeah.
bit. Are you gonna go steak by itself first?
Yeah.
All right. Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers.
Cheers. Wow, the flavor of the butter and herbs goes all the way through that. That's so good. It's almost like you're marinating it and cooking it at the same time.
It's really infused, like the herb, the garlic, the butter.
Oh, fantastic.
I need to try it with the yolk.
Steak.
Wow. Dip, dip.
Dip, dip.
Cheers.
Ah, that is a total different texture of the egg.
Yeah, it's kind of like you can spread this on toast really nicely, you know?
It's like the proteins of the egg aren't as rubbery. It's very soft.
Okay, let's compare it to a traditionally seared steak on a pan.
Traditional egg.
Yeah.
Traditional steak. There we go. Delicious. There. Cheers.
Cheers.
So, fibers, a little tougher than the sous vide one.
I'm still chewing.
Well, flavor profile, herbs are not marinated all the way through. They haven't saturated all the way through the steak than the sous vide one. A lot of guessing work for the cooking, so which made it tougher to hit that. And as you can see, it went even a little bit more over than the medium rare
Yeah.
than what the other one was.
You can see that ring of cookedness there. You
And
can
like, just look at what you said. Look at that coloring. It's all the way through. Did you just sell me on sous vide?
Yep.